Hi, this is Commander Vijay Kumar, and I am here to discuss a short video, an introduction to emotional intelligence. Now, what exactly is emotional intelligence? The definition is here. It is recognizing our own feelings and that of others. Now, we'll see what is so great about recognizing own feelings. Have you heard of someone saying that, no, he told me something and I got so angry that I hit him so badly? Only later I realized that I was wrong in doing that, but at that point of time, I did not know that what I was doing. So recognizing own feelings is not that easy. Sometimes you actually are not in the knowledge of what you are feeling. And same thing happens in the case of some people who are sad and do not know they are sad. They continuously worry, and very soon it gets into depression. So that's why first thing is one part of emotion intelligence, recognizing own feelings. And also recognizing those of others. If somebody else is angry, my friend is angry, I should not do something because of which the anger should go up further. I should be in a position to deal with it, knowing fully well that that person is angry. Second is motivating others. We all know that we blame our managers. The manager is not a good motivator. He doesn't motivate me. Don't feel like working under that person. But the only person who can motivate us is ourselves. Whether an external motivation is there or not, we have to find a method of motivating it ourselves from internal resources. And emotional intelligence people are capable of that. Thirdly, managing emotions well in ourselves and in our relationships. The first one was recognizing the emotions. The last one here is having known what emotions we are undergoing, ensuring that we are able to manage those emotions. That is also part of emotion intelligence. The guru of all this is Mr. or Dr. Daniel Goleman. A lot of videos when you search for Daniel Goleman, you'll find because he's the one who actually popularized this word emotional intelligence. Otherwise, the term was known earlier also. By scientific studies, what exactly happens in our brain when emotions are taking place, that is the topic of the book called Emotion Intelligence. A lot of scientific studies and then working with emotion intelligence. Then he has written third book, Social Intelligence, and the fourth one, Ecological Intelligence. Now, what are the four components of emotional intelligence, EI? These are, as per that book, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. In a nutshell, we'll discuss these, just the four headings. In later videos, we'll go deep into each of these topics. Now, self-awareness has got two components. One is self-assessment. How are we able to assess our own emotions and ensure that we are able to deal with it with confidence? So these are the two parts of self-awareness. Now, how to get self-awareness, etc., we'll discuss later in another video. Self-management, self-control. If those people who are able to control their emotions are the ones who actually succeed in life. There's actually a study in which small children were allowed to be in a room with a plate of sweets, and the children were told that if you don't touch any sweet for next 15 minutes, each of you, those who do not touch it, will get two sweets each. And the room was closed, and they're observed from outside, and children were not in the knowledge they are being observed. So children being children, some children were not able to control themselves. They ate it. And the scientists observed the progression of these children when they left school and became part of the workforce, became professionals. And they found out that those people who had displayed the self-control of not touching the sweet for 15 minutes because they were told that don't touch it, they had become better in life, more emotionally intelligent. Whereas the children who had taken the shortcut of being able to eat it now itself rather than waiting for later and get too sweets, they had become sort of goalless individuals. So self-control is very much essential component of emotional intelligence for success in life. Transparency. What I'm here should be transparent to you. I should not be hiding something inside because that will amount to cheating. Adaptability. We move from one place to another place, one team to another team, one country to another country. Those who are good in emotional intelligence are able to adapt themselves to various situations. Achievement orientation, ensuring that I give my best, not for competition, but ensuring that I do my best in very every circumstances for the better goods. So that is also a component of self-management. Taking initiative, very much important. Optimism is important because sometimes things go our way, sometimes things do not go our way. When things don't work out the way we wanted it to be, we start blaming ourselves. Next time, we'll not be in a position to take any first step because we'll say every time I do something, I fail. So optimism is a component. In social awareness, we get into three things: empathy, organizational awareness, and service orientation. Empathy means the ability to put ourselves into the shoes of other person and feel exactly what the other person feels. The other person is feeling sad. I must be able to understand exactly the mental state of the other person because then I can deal with him properly. And it's not only for negative emotions like sadness or anger, but also when somebody is feeling happy, I should be able to make out from his own face or body language that the person has some happiness. And I should be able to point out, yeah, you're looking very happy today. Maybe he's waiting for someone to point out that because probably he has got something good to share. If nobody observes it, he feels really let down. So empathy is important. Organizational awareness. Organizations full of politics, different groups, different factions. So when you're talking to one faction, you should not be talking about other factions because there will be unnecessary friction. So being aware of the politics in setups and organizations in teams, etc., helps you to become capable of dealing with any situations without getting sucked into the competition which happens in the team. Service orientation is very much essential, especially for those in customer service. The only a person who actually feels for the customer can deal with the customer in a very humane manner, in a way that it satisfies the customer. That is also important. Last component of EI, the relationship management, developing others. Only that person who has the genuine talent and strength, which has been developed based on the talent, can develop other people, and especially essential in roles like trainer, roles like mentor, coach, etc. And even a manager has the responsibility of developing the team under that person. So this is part of relationship management. They become inspirational leaders. They are the ones who can bring in change, become influencers, and they are the ones who can manage any situation, conflict, etc. So teamwork and collaboration, relationship is very important. So a person high on relationship management will be high on emotional intelligence, and that person will be a good team manager, good team worker, and will be able to collaborate with people. So to summarize whatever we discussed in the last few minutes, the EI consists of four components, which are self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. In later videos, we'll dive deep into each of these, starting from self-awareness in the next video. This is Commander Vijay Kumar, corporate trainer, signing off. Watch this maybe again and again, and whatever comments you have, please put it in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching.